Now, in previous videos at Time Value of Money, I told you that often financial planners will tell you that if you want to start saving money, you should start today. That is, you should save your money as an annuity due, not as a ordinary annuity. That is, annuity due payments earn one more year's interest. All of them do. And in this case, we found out in the B part of this problem that if he wanted to save for this house of his, and he saved as an ordinary annuity, that is, he saved at the end of every year for 25 years, he'd have to save $79.96 every year for 25 years. Now, in this problem, it's asking us, what if he saves as if it were an annuity due? That is, he saves his money at the beginning of every year for 25 years. Well, again, this is an annuity problem. The big dollar amount is going to be equal to some annuity times the appropriate interest factor. And in this case, the big dollar amount's at the end of the annuity stream, just as it was in the B part. And so we're going to use FVIFA. However, your tables that you have are only designed for ordinary annuities. You have to adjust your tables for annuity dues. And with FVIFA, the adjustments you make, N is going to be equal to T plus 1. So in this case, it's a 25-year savings plan, but you're going to look up 25 plus 1, or 26. I is going to be the discount rate, or the reinvestment rate in this case, 9%, and we're going to subtract 1 from that interest factor. If you go to your FVIFA table, and if you could look up 26 and 9%, you'd find an interest factor of 93.3240. Now, when you use the tables I gave you, you're going to find out that we don't have N equal to 26 on our calculators. I calculated this interest factor for you. So if you did have N equal to 26 and I equal to 9%, you'd find an interest factor of exactly 93.3240. And we want to subtract 1 from that. So the appropriate interest factor for this annuity due is really 92.3240. Divide that into the big dollar amount, $677,280, and you get $73.35.91. So you'll note when you compare this to the B part of the problem, if you save as an annuity due, because your money earns more interest, you have to save less. So instead of saving something like, $79.96 every year, you only have to save $73.35 every year. And if you do that at the beginning of every year for 25 years, then at the end of the 25th year, T25, you'll have exactly $677,280. If you wanted to do this annuity due problem on your calculator, the first thing you'd have to do now is put your calculator in the begin mode. Usually calculators, it says BEG. That's the begin mode. And all that means is that your calculator now knows that it's an annuity due. The payments come at the beginning of every time period as opposed to the end of every time period. So put your calculator in begin mode. The future value is where I put, what he's going to need, which is a negative $677,280. That's what the house is going to cost 25 years from now. Note now, we just put in N equal to 25 because that's how many payments we're going to make. All this adjustment stuff up here, that's if you're doing it by hand. Your calculator, when you put it in begin mode, automatically does the adjustments for you. So you put in N equal to 25, that's the number of payments. I would be 9%. Solve for the payment, and you get $73.35.91. So if he saves $73.35.91 at the beginning of every year for 25 years, and all your money earns 9%, 25 years from now, at the end of the 25th year, you'll have $677,280.